What is up, YouTube? I have started playing Expedition 33, and I finally get it. I saw this game's trailer the first time when it first dropped like a year ago, and I knew this game was going to be an absolute fucking banger, but now that I'm playing it, I fucking get it. Dude, this game is so insane. So insane. I'm going to go into a little bit of the beginning details of the things that I've seen and what I think is going to happen. I'm going to do a little bit of a prediction, and then in a later video after I beat the game, I look back on this and be like, I was stupid, most likely. But we're going to put predictions down anyways, because that's what we're going to do here. Zara, be quiet, okay? Even the cat's excited about this. So Expedition 33, you come in, and you are Gustav, and he's hot in French. That's about it. He's got the drip, he's got the looks, and he's French. And so is everyone else in this game so far, apparently. Everyone's just hot and they're French. So everyone's got that going for them. So in Expedition 33, you drop in and I want just all the detail. Like, look at the second area that you get to is the underwater area. Okay, I'm going to jump ahead here. Say hi to Zara. Hello, Zara. Now be a good kitty and go lay down. So the second area we jump into is the underwater area. And just look at the details on this. I mean, you get the flowing water rising up bubbles from the ground here. You get the animals swimming around. It really brings a lot of life to these environments. And you can tell how much detail was curated in these environments that the devs put their effort into. Everything is pristinely crafted. I mean, you have barnacles on every wall situated. The kelp or whatever rising up, the flowers on the bottom of the sea floor, the water shoots rising up, and the animals all breathing full, complete life into this area. And this is the same with almost every area. In the starting area in Lumiere, which is, looking like a future France at this point, just based off the Eiffel Tower in Paris. But they just renamed it, I guess, after everything happened here. And it's just all the details curated in this. I mean, if you go up to a signpost that has newspapers on it, their headlines are all different. You can read each and every one of them, and I'm pretty sure if you had a high enough definition like graphics, you'd be reading actual text on every single one of those newspapers, because the detail is there. And I think they just put so much effort, and you can tell how much of a passion project this game was, and why it genuinely is just sticking out more than other games that have been just money thrown at it. This is not a money thrown at game. This is a studio of 32 people or something like that, and it's just a passion project they did since 2020, and finally released it, and it's blown up to massive success, and rightfully so. So going over the combat, this is the thing that I think sets this game apart. Obviously, story-wise, it's setting itself apart, but gameplay mechanic-wise, so it's a turn-based RPG, but it is no way feeling that way. The way that I can describe this combat is it's a JRPG turn-based mechanics mixed with a Souls-like, because this is a Souls-like game disguised as a turn-based RPG, and I'll explain that because you go into a fight and you are maybe wiping some of the weaker enemies, kind of like a Souls game. You'll just kind of dust some enemies in 2 hits, whatever, walk by, they were nothing. Same with this, you might shoot them, mark them, hit them with another hit, move on, they're nothing. You come to a boss fight that just has a name and a health bar at the top of the screen, like a Souls game, you're in for a treat. You might even be able to kill it in 6 turns, but then you have to either dodge or parry. And as soon as I was oh, we have dodging or parrying, here we go. This is our mechanics. Then they add the jumping. They add the jump counters, and it's just a complete triage of insane gameplay loop, because you get the same thing as Dark Souls, where you come to a boss and you might die because you don't understand the parrying timings or the dodge timings, and maybe you just eat some fucking hits and you die in 2 or 3 hits from a boss. But then you sit and you do the fight maybe 2 or 3 times, and you start to get the timing, and you dodge and you parry and you get your counters, and it feels good. And then you kill the boss, and getting that parry and that counter attack, and then getting the kill on the boss that you maybe struggle with for 15 minutes, it's the same dopamine as getting a Dark Souls boss kill or like an Elden Ring boss kill. It is the same dopamine, but it is just described to you as the game portrays it to you in a turn-based mechanic. And it's awesome. And then all the different intricacies of like the moves. At this point, I'm a little bit deeper into Arc 1, but I'm talking mainly about like as I started playing this game the first like 2 hours, just like getting Lune and having Gustav and just seeing like the interplay where he marks a character. She has immolation where if you hit a marked character, you apply 2 more burn. And then Gustav gets an ability where if he attacks a burned character, he can get health back. And it's just 2 characters in 3 skills, and that is just the beginning of it. That's before you get Mael with her 3 different stances and blows up the entire thing where you get her hitting a burned enemy, causes Virtuoso Stance, and then Virtuoso Stance is a 200% damage increase with no drawbacks like the attack, like stance and everything. It is all insanely sculpted to give you the option to have your way that you want to play the game. So with the environments and the combat, the thing tying that all together is the music. The music in this game draws you in and captures every single moment in such a perfect, like, emotion-based thing where there's a lot of things happening like on beats where it'll have like a quick time thing where they're doing like some cinematics and it'll be like they're like dun 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 and it'll like flip frame, and then just hit the like runway of what they're gonna like be showing you. They curated this absolutely stunningly. I cannot praise the amount of effort and the amount of just artistry that it's like soul. Like it's just artistry and soul. That's the best I can describe it. That has been put into this game to communicate to you, the player, the emotions that they're trying to get to you through the story and the way that you feel about the Paintress, Gustav, the expedition, the Gamage, all of it. Everything about it is insane. I love this game already. And I'm going to say it's going to be Game of the Year because of the things like this. And so, going into some of my predictions now, based off of everything that's happened so far, the one main thing that stuck out to me is when you're talking in the beginning of the game, and she says, the Paintress, she has empathy for the Paintress because she looks sad. And if you actually take the time to focus on the beginning part of the game where she stands up, paints the number 33 as she washes away 34, and she sits down like a crying like girl. Like she balls up her knees and like draws up her arms and kind of puts her head down like she's trying to hide or she's sad. So she actually had like a really good like call on that, and I think they definitely put that in there so you would think about it, because like obviously in the eyes of Gustav, it's like what the fuck? She's killed so many people, everybody dies every year. I have no sorry feelings for this thing. But I think they are really trying to draw you in here. I think the Paintress, this is my biggest prediction for like one of them. The Paintress is actually like sorry for humanity, and she is sad. And I think the Nevrons are people who have been killed by the Gamage. That's my like full end game like theory of what you're gonna find out once you reach the Paintress in the end of this game, if you get there. The Paintress is making Nevrons out of people that died in the Gamage. And the biggest thing that makes me think that is once you get to the water area and you come and you find yourself in the streets of Lumiere again. It's like a copy paste of where you started the game in Lumiere. Like you have the tour of Eiffel and as the port of Lumiere. Like, why would the Lumiere port be over on the continent when the port of Lumiere is where you started the game and had the Gamage? It's like a copy paste of that area. And so you follow down to the port and you have the red area where you have the rose, the single rose that you started off the game with giving to your love interest, who's just another hot French person because they're all hot in French. And that Nevron has a distinct like draw to that flower and doesn't attack you after you let the flower go away. So I think the Nevrons are all people who came and like hit the Gomage, and she repaints them as the paintress into these like Nevrons and everything, and they lose all like remembrance of humanity, but there's like links, and like they can have like internal like feelings that they remember. So that's like my one big thing. My second one is the old man who comes and just fucks everyone. Like, I'm gonna put my like full reaction to the beginning of the game at the end of this video. But like when he comes and just fucking takes the guy's head off, kills everyone, and he's old and he's not dead from a Gomage, like that's insane. And he looks like Gustav a bit. So like my two like part theory is A, he is either someone from a past expedition, or B, he's like an older Gustav somehow. Like I don't know. I don't know. He could be like an older Gustav, but he might just be like an older guy from another expedition. And maybe you just don't die from the Gamache when you're on the continent. Maybe it just like kills you in Lumiere. I don't know, because there's like the whole dome thing. So maybe it just targets people in the dome. Plus, everybody who like dies on the continent is like stone. You don't die and like wither away if like your year came or whatever. You die and you're stone. So that's another interesting thing that still hasn't been addressed to me yet, and I don't really have enough thoughts to really think about that one yet. I'm assuming it's just because if you're dead before the Gamache, you don't need to wither away because you're already dead. That's the best I got there, but I think it's interesting. And oh my god, another part of the set piece designs on these locations is just like the way the people are like in position when they're stoned, or like the gruesome like death that like they show you, like when people are pinned up like against a wall, like they have a dude pinned against a wall with an anchor like through his stomach, like you know how visually he died, and that is just that's imagery just through a specific thing they chose to like show you is powerful. You don't even need to see a cinematic of that dude dying to know how he just died against that wall, and you know that's where he died and how it happened. It's powerful. It is all powerful. But that's like my biggest predictions at this moment. Where I am currently, I just got SKA, the legendary thing, and saw some of Mael's dreams. I'm gonna go a little bit more spoilers here, so if you haven't caught up to that part of the game, stop watching or click to my reaction at the beginning of the game if you just want to see the beginning. But now that we're spoiling, the old man injects like dreams, or he can like somehow dream walk into like Mael like psyche and talk to her and force her images, and he literally froze time around her when they were in the camp, and has this other girl who looks like Mael but looks like a doll construct. Like that's another thing that makes me think he's just an older Gustav, and Gustav is like an inventor somewhat, because he like had his apprentices make him like his arm. Don't know how he lost his arm yet still. I hope that gets explained, because that's gonna be a cool story, hopefully. But he gets like the overcharge arm and everything, so he's a little bit of like a tinkerer, I think, or at least he has his apprentices who are tinkerers, and he taught them something along those lines. But I think he's a little bit of a tinkerer, and in the future, if this guy is like a future Gustav, and this is like a Mael recreation or something, I'm assuming like maybe there's like a future where Mael dies, Gustav makes a recreation, kind of like a Pinocchio type thing, and now they're coming back to stop whatever the fuck they did the first time. And they've just been killing expeditions until like they came. That could be a thing. That's a wild, wild reach, but I'm reaching right now because, you know, why not? That is my first thoughts of this game, and I can't wait to just beat it and come back to this and be like, wow, that was really stupid, or be like, wow, Logan, you killed it. The Nevrons are people. I'm kind of heavily assuming that one, because that one has a little bit of evidence pointing towards it. Plus, there's like, you know, the Shadow Boys or whatever, and they're like, oh, you guys have like a little bit of like touched by the Paintress or whatever, and I'm like, you're kind of giving me the feeling that like the Paintress isn't really just the bad guy, and there's like a little something more going on. Now we're gonna figure that out. Anyways, catch this reaction of me playing the first part of the game. It's such an insane game. It's such an insane beginning. You go from the Gamache to Gustav, the expedition being all hype. Everyone comes and then they die, and then Gustav puts his gun to his head and he's gonna kill himself. And this is all in the first hour. You already have full on death, complete squad wipe and suicidal thoughts, and this is the first hour of the game. How can you have a more powerful start to a game than that? Anyways, catch this reaction. I'll catch you on the next one. The man is lost without the sauce, but same man can get lost in the sauce. Peace. Shout out Samfall Interactive. Let's let that piano riff come in. Oh my god, do you feel that? That's chills. That's chills immediately. That's chills. That right there is insane. Oh my god. Oh my god, that intro music already goes so hard. I'm feeling this. Paris. This is Paris. $34 because all the 34-year-olds just died. And we're about to go to 33. Look how good this looks. And this is just an Xbox. This isn't even a PC. This guy Loki looks like a Robert Pattinson with a beard, right, though? And longer hair? Am I wrong, though?
You underestimate Lumiere's enthusiasm for the expedition. There's at least 5 tables.
Oh,
marvelous.
5 tables, my goat.
The uselessness of today and readying my usefulness for tomorrow.
Hell yeah. What an attitude. Right off the fucking bat, we're
Yes.
preparing for the expedition? My god.
Just... I'm not sure how to start.
This is the prologue. Lumiere. God, the pianos in this are going so hard already. Everyone's hidden. Oh my god, look at this place. And you can always see the 34 and the arc. God, that's insane. The movement, okay, he moves really fast. This is way faster than I thought he was gonna move.
I'll accompany you there.
Okay, she is running.
Are you ready to see her again?
Yeah.
Base jump.
Been ready.
RT sprint. Oh my god, this guy's got some wheels on him. Oh my god, he's got wheels on him though.
Sir? Don't tell your sister though. I sort of
Off rip?
borrowed
We got like a
hooks from
light
the
grapple?
Expedition Academy. Wish I had them when I was... Come on, Gustav, speed up a
What do you
bit.
mean a hook? This is just
Sophie
like a
will have
light
already
grapple.
gamaged by the time
That's
you've
insane.
arrived.
My head.
Oh my goodness.
Can't believe
No, this
Sophie
game's
already
different.
turned 33.
Yeah, why not? Let me know how this works. Oh my god, the sword gun combo off rip is, he looks so badass. Dude, the way it transitions from like regular attack to the menu where he whips the gun, that's crazy. That looks so sick. Can we look at how red his hand gets? That's insane.
Let's go find Sophie.
Let's go find Sophie.
I saw her near the red and white tree.
Yeah.
That look of shameful regret when he looks down. That was just not necessary. Now we're just stunting on him. Go up it. I want to see you go up it now. And you would front flip over that, wouldn't you? Now stunt on him again. Just have to front flip because you're stunting on him. Good job. My goat. My goat.
You know, I'm sorry that... I miss
You don't need to...
We love each other so
You go.
much. We love each other so much.
You know how I feel? I wish things had been... You know, I often think... Another path, you know, another future.
Still can't finish your sentences, can you?
Nah.
Yep, that hasn't changed.
Too much going on in the brain.
Stubborn people change the world. And you are the most stubborn person I know.
I'm about to be so goddamn stubborn.
I'm fine. I've lived 33 good years.
Could be more.
Look around. We've had our whole lives to prepare.
It should be more.
We're all fine.
Yeah, add some color.
Perhaps you could paint it. Add some color.
Paint it.
Yeah, become a paintress while you're also a
Brilliant.
sculptor.
I
we don't have
knew
enough
you were
of
the
those
right
around
person
here.
to ask.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for your insight.
You're most welcome.
I shall get to work. I see
I'll
you're
probably
wearing.
regret that
What's
joke
your
here in
name?
like 10 minutes.
Sophie.
L'expedition. They are trying to recruit for future expeditions. People volunteering is going down every year. Wouldn't it increase as people want to not die? Or am I crazy? People really lost all hope like that? I guess so. She probably started at what year? 80? Brought all the way down to 33?
Luna's playing. Sometimes I feel sorry for her.
Who? The paintress?
Look at her. She looks sad.
How do I look at her?
Maybe she's a prisoner too. Stuck in the same cycle with us. Silly her.
Let's get this show on the road. I want to know why I'm about to be so fucking sad. I'm about to be really sad, Advait, so...
I see your apprentices.
Oh.
See you at the
Look
festival?
at Gustav.
Don't
Dude,
leave
if
without
I
saying
look like that,
goodbye.
man, he's
Yeah,
a
of course
fucking
not.
lady killer. Doesn't sound... Dude. This is the intro. I literally haven't played the game. This is the intro.
Legacy can take many forms,
They
right?
actually mean everything to me.
Yeah.
You told me that.
Right.
That's why I must go on the expedition. Save the world.
This too is your legacy.
Shit, that goes so hard.
In a way. It's yours too.
Did we go into the whole robot arm thing? At some point, I assume? Okay, that was a tone shift. Holy shit. Scene change. Silence is deafening. Not this slow-mo. Looks like she's crying too. Kind of like what Sophie said, that she's sad. But that man looks resolute. Festival de l'Expedition. That I will be joining. After getting my heart ripped out. That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh, the amount of heavy that was. Don't worry,
Let's
though,
at
I can
least
get a
check on my
prize.
and my apprentices.
I can get a prize, I guess.
Can't believe you're working right now.
Tristan dragged me here.
Okay,
Is that the
she's
final spot?
Also hot. That's crazy.
It's amazing you triangulated Expedition Zero's landing site.
Sister's going to be looking
It almost
for
makes
you.
more sense to have someone who's
Our
not
beloved Chief
literally going to
Counsel.
die the next year to go on the
Yeah, we
expedition,
should go
so
through
they
that.
could come back
Don't
potentially.
get too drunk tonight, okay?
Just saying.
My darling sister.
We honor your dedication.
Yes. Power.
We do not take for granted that you dedicate your final year of life to keeping hope alive for all of Lumiere. As you sail into the unknown, know that Lumiere stands with you. When you battle the Paintress, know that Lumiere fights with you.
And that is the intro to this fucking game. That is going to be Game of the Year. I'm calling it now, and it's not even a question. Okay. That went ballistically hard. What the fuck? And this guy just walking out of the smoke? Like a G. I'm stepping onto the island. I just like did the speech and they left. Yeah.
Get ready.
Get ready. I mean, currently we just got on the island. This old man is walking up to us, who is older than 33. Loki looks like me if I was older.
You're old.
You're old. How did you
survive the Gomez? Which expedition are you from?
He took that man's head. I mean, he just walked straight up. He's in the fucking thing. He's like, "You're old."
Who the fuck was that?
Ned! What do we do now?
Pulls up hard and takes the head. Oh my god, everyone's dying. Is there gonna be like 3 of us left? Holy shit, everybody got capped. And we were a bigger expedition than last year. I mean, the prologue is literally like, you are going to feel. Oh my god, I hit the first counter and immediately. I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm assuming dodging is pussy shit in this game when we only counter. What? Am I using the force or some bullshit? I don't even have to. Does he just shoot air out of his hand? Also, a lot of people, I know a lot of people like look at the game. They're initially they're just like, "Oh, is this a turn-based game? That's too boring for me." But I've always like been fine with turn-based games, and the fact that this adds more on top of it is like perfect. Like I'm taking that all day. That's a lot of expeditioner bodies. Oh my god. Can I crouch down next to you and get a number off your arm? Is that a thing I can do? This is a lot of expedition bodies. They all died here. Holy shit. They all died here. Dude, the ambiance of this environment is changing so fast. Oh my god, this is crazy. He's just gonna kill himself? You're in the rabbit hole.
We're already dead. Look around, look.
This is insane how fast he gives up.
This is not a foregone
Holy
conclusion.
shit.
When one falls, we continue.
He's just like, look around, everybody's dead. We're dead. We should just kill
Get up.
ourselves.
We need to find a safer place. There are Neverons around.
The vibes really do
Nervous seems
switch
intact.
from we can go do something
time
about
to
this
test it
to
in real conditions.
we should really kill ourselves right now.